Alright, sometimes you just don't know where a YouTube friend comes from. You know, I've been doing this for, well, not so long, but I've made a lot of friends. And, you know, you don't pick them. They just come along. And something is, like, right. And you stay in touch. For some reason that works that way. And I'm talking about mtshark7's, Mark. I don't even know how I got on his channel. I think he may have contacted me first. I don't know. I can't remember. But I watched a lot of his stuff. But the thing is that Mark has been going through my videos like crazy. I mean, he's determined, right? He's watching them all, and he's not only watching them, he's commenting on them all. So and he's getting back on, you know, things I've said. The funniest thing is that I remember all of the things that he responds to. I think, oh yeah, that's what I talked about. And so all of these talks that I do, they all stay in my mind. And my mind doesn't work very well that way, but because I like doing this, I guess I remember it all. So we're talking to Mark. Mark has a channel, and he's reached 100 subscribers, and he's done questions. And I think you can win something. I don't even know. I just thought I'd do the questions. One of the things that I really like, I liked your shirt today, Mark, because it had a Galaga on it. Galaga is one of my favorite arcade games of all time. And you're into the Odyssey 2. Now, I call that the Philips video pack, but the video pack was just, you know, the European copy of the Odyssey 2. And I heard you said that you have all the American released games. That is amazing. I have a number, and I'm just wondering where they are, actually. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, they're back there, I think. Well, anyway, it's completely beside the point. I'm answering the 7 questions, sorry, and I'd like to do a shout out for your channel because I think it's really enjoyable. If you don't know who mtshark7 is, go check out his channel. It's easy part because there's a link and you can click and you're there. If you think Chad Bailey has a good rock voice, then you ain't seen nothing yet, because Mark has like the roughest voice of all of the YouTubers that I know. So that is cool. And I don't know what kind of work you do, Mark, but you're away from home a lot of the time. I can tell that because of all the hotel shots that you have. You also film with your daughter a lot. You have a little girl. I like that. You know, that you do stuff with your daughter. That's important as a dad. I used to do that, and it's brought me close to my daughter, which I don't think comes naturally to everyone. So it's good that you do that. Well, just go check him out. Mark has a good channel. Mark is one of those people that I think is going to stick around for a while. Yeah. But I may be completely wrong. I don't know. The questions. How did you get into making videos on YouTube? What was your inspiration? I don't know. I've been looking at you. First of all, I started with gaming when I was young. Then I left it behind for a while. Then at a certain point I thought, oh, you know, this retro gaming, I can't be the only one who, you know, who likes the idea of you know, of the old games that we played. And then I found Classic Game Room, and I just ate it up. I loved that. Mark Bustler has, you know, this is in the phase where he did the videos with just his hands, and you know, he has like the slurry voice that he does that deliberately, or he did that deliberately. Maybe he still does. I don't know. I don't really watch him anymore, but he did all the reviews of these old game systems, and then he compared. You know, he made crazy comparisons. I love that. I loved all that. And I sort of rolled into watching other videos and following a couple of channels, and I was watching a lot of live game hunting videos, which I like very much, and then CJR. I was watching CJR, a lot of his videos, every one of them, and he's a Canadian. He's a crazy collector. Crazy collector. He spends loads of money on. You know, he has this great game room. He has everything to be. He's very determined to get the stuff he wants, and he's been doing that for a long time. That inspired me to make my first video. It was a response to CJR, and I really needed that because I'd already gone out and bought a camera. And I thought, you know, I can do this. I want this gaming to be more than just in my head. I want to be out there doing it. And this YouTube thing, that was the thing for me. And I thought, well, let's just get a camera and do something. It looks easy. Well, here I am. Question number 1 answered. I hope. 2, what are you mainly collecting for now? I think that I'm not really collecting at the moment. If I had to choose a system that I was collecting for, it would be the Xbox 360, because that is the last console that I got. And the good thing is that many of the games that are out for the 360, I'm probably going to say something stupid now. But many of the games that I want, I already have. And I'm buying some copies for the 360 of games that I have for the PS3 already, because I did quite a bit of PS3 purchasing, which is visible. You know, I could buy Prototype for the 360 again, or a Sniper, or you know, Nier. But you know, games like Forza, that's what I'm buying for the 360, because they're and Fable and Halo, and you know, I found this what is it, The Last Remnant, and some other game. I bought that game. Hold on. Oh yeah, I bought Fairy Tale Fights because I found it somewhere. You know, cheap. Thrifting is something that I still love doing. I still love, even if it's for the GameCube or for the PS2 even, although not so much for the PS2. I have very good control over what I buy and what I don't buy right now. But that's because I have the feeling that I have everything I want, and I want to start coding, you know, do some programming. I want to continue playing Elite, blah blah blah. It's beside the point. Your question was, what are you collecting for? The short answer is the 360, right? Do you have any complete console collections? If so, what are they? Nope. I don't have complete console collections. I couldn't force myself to do that, even if my life wow, bullshit. Of course, if my life depended on it, I could do anything. But because any console has a large number of crap games, and that's where I draw the line. I draw the line at rainbow ponytail games, and games that I know that I'm never going to play and never going to enjoy. So I'm never going to have a complete collection of any system ever. I just wanted to play the games that I did play when I was younger. I've gone way over that and bought many games that you guys have told me are good, and I believe you, because when I go through my collection now, think, you know, I should sell something off, and there's really not a single game that I can say, I want to get rid of this. You know, there's a couple of, you know, like Action Base or Bass, and I don't know, you know, a couple of games that just fell in my lap along the way that I could lose, but really what I have, I want to keep. Besides video games, you collect other things. And what are they? Yeah, money. I collect money. But that's, no, I don't collect anything else. No. That's an easy answer. It's weird though, because I want to say I'm not a collector, and I don't think I am. I've always thought that being a collector officially means that you have to have like a set, a defined set that you want to collect. Just buying every pinhead or every tea bag that you can find, or every stamp, I don't think that's collecting per se. I think you have to have a defined set of, if you wanted to like have the complete collection of system this, then that is, in my mind, is collecting. But I don't collect. I don't even buy anything like I do video games. When I go to thrift stores, all I'm interested in is hardware and games. That's it. Nothing else. If I go into a thrift store, I run to the electronics section, if it's a new store, existing ones too. I go to the electronics section. I go to the, to the games and DVD section. If there's nothing there, the place is dead for me. I'm not interested in cups and saucers and that kind of thing. I do tend to look for pans. Some pans are expensive, and having been a chef, that's at least interested in it, but not a collector of it. Jesus, I'm really making this longer than I need to. I'm trying to read the questions. Do you ever take a break from collecting video games? Yes. As I said, I'm really not. Well, I like buying stuff. That's a sort of a therapy for me. When I feel less cheerful, then I tend to buy stuff. Other people tend to eat. I eat when I feel bad, but I also buy stuff. And sometimes you think, I want to buy a good PS1 game, but I'm not hunting right now. I have a large collection of games, like you said, Mark, like the Far Cry series. I've seen footage, I've seen the gameplays, and I'm pretty sure that I like them, but I haven't played them, and I feel bad having a lot of games that I haven't played yet. I did buy some Forza Motorsport games a while back, and I've really started playing them. Xenoblade Chronicles, still playing that, but it's a long game. Castle in the Darkness, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. These are long games, and I really want to get in them. I really want to play them. So, break from collecting video games, yeah. Right now, I am not buying games. And I mean, some of you have way more stuff than I do, and that's fine. I envy Evo Haler Giles for, he just doesn't buy anything. I wish I could do that for a while, at least. And that's Chad's question. What is a gaming franchise that you haven't gotten into, but you would like to? I really want to give Final Fantasy an official try. That's like a franchise with a capital F and a capital R, if you ask me. I mean, that is so many people, has so many people excited over it. And I have played Final Fantasy games, but I thought, I'll start at version 1. And I realize it's an old style RPG game, but I tried, but I couldn't get into it. and I tried Final Fantasy 7, and I just sort of fell out of it again. So that's one that I really want to try and get into. But I have so many projects going on. It's hard for me to focus on one thing. I'm doing an assembly course that I really want to get into. I want to spend the night not gaming and writing and filming and that kind of thing, it's, you know, another night gone. So Final Fantasy, that's my answer. Why am I going every which way with my answers? I must have been not in front of a camera for a while. Okay, this is Grubgun's question. Has a game ever made you cry, and why? No game has ever made me cry, not even out of sheer frustration. I've been mad at games. You know, I'm planning to do a response to Nova Bug's Friday Foursome, which I haven't done in the longest time. So I'm sorry, Chris, but I will. But he has like oh shit, what's his well, you know, the most frustrating aspects of gaming, and I know a couple, but no. The only game that has gotten me close to like tearing up was Journey. Journey on the PS3 is such a weird experience that I can remember. I can remember that was the first time Mark Lactobacillus came to my house, and I was just finishing that game. And if you've not played it, you know, it's almost like a religious experience. The game doesn't explain anything. It just dumps you somewhere, and you just have to figure out what to do and how to do it. And it's not difficult, but you know, you sort of, okay, am I doing it right? You know, and it's and you sort of grow with the character. And I met this other character that sort of played. He looked like my character, and we sort of ran together for a while, and then the other one got, you know, just went a different way, and I just didn't get it. But you know, stuff gets harder, and it was a beautiful game to watch. And in the end, you know, you know you're going towards this light, and it's like an uphill battle, and it was so well done that you're still controlling the character, but the movement gets more and more sluggish and sluggish and sluggish, and there's wind and snow, and you know that, you know, you're dying. You're on your way to the top of the hill that you've been aiming for all this game. And I was thinking, you know, is this game, has it already gone into like you know, a quick time event or like but no, was it already animated? No, I was still controlled, but it was just going very slow, and I was literally feeling like the life getting sucked out of me. And then it's, you know, it just goes quiet for a while, and you just hear the wind, and you think, what the hell is going on? And then you sort of, there's this moment that's the end of the game. It's just like a religious experience, and that had me like teary-eyed. But you know, crying is maybe, I'm not afraid to admit that I can cry. I can cry. I know exactly what like touches me or hits home with me, so I don't have a problem with that. But I just don't cry that often. But this game got me close. That's 7 questions answered. So I would recommend that you at least, you know, now that you're watching me, it's obviously decided to sit down and watch a video, you could just tag like one of Mark's videos on, and just click the link and just watch a video. Listen to his voice. If you've not heard his voice, you need to be in a band, man. That's and be the singer, I mean. So that's awesome. And just have a look at him. This is my shout out for Mark. mtshark7. I'm gonna say goodbye. I'll see you in the next video. I sort of feel like another I'm on another roll. This is how it happens. I don't do videos for a while, and then I do a couple, and then I stop again, and blah de blah de blah. See you guys next time.